guys, today's video is going to be jump drills. I'm obviously in the NPR and we've got some equipment here, but at home you need something with a little bit of a curb, so a low curb outside or just something that's like a small level that you could jump onto. And then same thing for the box jumps. That could be your couch, it could be like a planter box outside, just something that's about chair height or even a little bit higher that you can jump onto and still be stable. So you need something with a little bit of a level and then something with like a chair level height to do all the drills that I'm going to show you in this video today. So we're going to start with trying to get height in your jumps. So there's no way to snap your feet back down together or to get the hyper extension that you want in your legs if we're not getting high enough off the ground. You've got to give yourself time to get your legs up and back down. So the first few drills are going to be about height. The first one, and I didn't bring a jump rope in today, but a jump rope is a really good way to get the feel of like bouncing through your toes, pushing all the way through your feet. So I would say like 30 seconds to start this of just jump rope. So through your toes, you're never really landing all the way down, you're kind of mostly straight legged, but you're really having to bounce through your toes to jump rope. So that's a good drill to start with. We'll go into straight leg jumps. So again, this is about getting a push all the way through the balls of your feet and not coming off the ground flat-footed, because that's going to help you get the full extent of the height in your jump. So straight legs as much as possible. You want to get up and back down. You can go side, front, and then the other side. So 10 each way, side, front, and then to the other side. And again, the focus is just on pushing all the way through the balls of your feet. The next one is about getting power in your jumps. So this one is really about just extension through your quads. So we're going to do split jumps. You're going to go here and switch and switch. Now with these, make sure that you're getting as much height as possible. It should feel like slow motion as you switch your legs. Like you shouldn't be rushing to get them to the other side. If you're really pushing through and getting complete extension, it should have plenty of time for your legs to switch directions. So that's what you're working on here, is just taking it really slow and getting enough height to really comfortably switch your legs. So that's that one. 10 on each side. I'm already out of breath, but I just did your Missy dance too, so I'm exhausted. Next one. Okay, so more about power in your jumps. Just box jumps, which you see people do at the gym and at home. So really good for like quad strength and leg strength, but with these, I want you to make sure that you are sitting all the way down to like level before you jump up. So if you have a shortened dip, you have shortened height, right? You want to get a really good dip and then push all the way through your toes so that you get complete extension and power out of your quad muscles, biggest muscle in your body, so you want to use them. So if you get a big enough dip and then push through your toes, you'll get the maximum amount of height. So when you do these, don't just like swing and jump. I want you to use your arms as little as possible and really focus on getting a good dip and then coming back down. Cool? So 10 box jumps. Use your arms as little as possible. Really try to get all the push through your legs. So it's not like tumbling where you want to add your arms yet, or your jumps where you want to add your arms yet. I want you to work at just getting the power in your legs and getting the height. And then if you have a level that's really comfortable, add to it. So put a mat or something on top of that, increase the height, and you'll start to work on getting more power out of that lift. So 10 box jumps without arms. And those are kind of like your power. So the arm swing, I think we see done incorrectly a lot. Whether you're starting in the cone or in the V, this swing through is really important. So you're giving yourself the ability to use your arms to lift you, even though they're not pulling on something. So if you have a good swing through, it'll help get you that extra like stall of a half of a second in the air so that your legs can get up higher and snap back down and land together. So this drill is just gonna help you use your arms properly. So we'll start in a high V for this one. When you swing through, you wanna swing all the way down, make sure that your dip is getting low enough, and then you really wanna power your arms up in front of you and lift. So we're gonna do T-jumps. A couple of things that we see that goes wrong is like your V starts too wide, so then you're having to go like forward, and then you're coming around the back and trying to hit in front. You're using energy and you're wasting time. So you really want to make sure that your V starts in front of you, that it's tight and in the right position, that you swing down, and then your arms lift straight up. They never come behind you, either in your swing or in the V where you start. So make sure you start it in front, you swing down, and you lift in front. So, T-jumps, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So that lift in your arms gives you a little bit more hang time in the air. So 10 of those, clap on 1, hit 3, swing 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 10. Cool? Okay, so those are for your height. For strengthen your hip flexors. So in your toe touch, we need that rotation. In your hurdler, you need that strength in your hip flexors to lift your legs. So hip flexor drills, you guys know these ones. So straddle, lift one side for 10. I don't like the circles. I think it's an odd motion. Your legs don't really ever circle in a jump. So I prefer if you do them straight. Make sure your toes are pointed, that your knees are rotating back, and do 10 on each side, and then on the other side, and then in the front. Okay, and with these, we're gonna talk in a second about your body position, so keeping like your hips under you. If you try to sit up really straight and put a little arch in your back, so if you're like here, it is really hard, if not impossible, to lift your toe in that hip flexor drill. Whereas if you roll your hips under you and you're hollowed out through your hips, that's when you can lift them. So I can't lift them from here with my back straight. You've got to get your hips rolled under to be able to lift them up. So make sure that you've got that roll under in your pelvic tilt before you try to do those. So leg lifts, side, side, and front. Okay, and then for rotation, so again, you want your hips under you so that when you're jumping, you're not up here. You want your chest lifted, but you still want that rotation in your hips. So there's a lot of that like core strength and that pelvic tilt that come in. Right now we're gonna do another drill for rotation, so getting your hips rotated back. Unless you have like really strained hip flexors, you can't get hyperextension in your toe touch just by having like a good split. It's gotta rotate and go back to get height versus being super flexible. So this one is just about rotating, and it's kind of a weird angle on camera, so I'm gonna face this way. But I want you to do, and I think we did this in practice before. So clap 1, hit 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, clap 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So you're keeping your hips rolled under because you have to hold the hollow body at the end. And you want to snap to where your feet are back and higher than your T motion. So hit here, hold here. That's going to keep your pelvis tilted under and help you with that rotation. So clap 1, high V 3, 5, hit, 7, 8, 1. Hold the next 8, or you're going to completely run out of breath. One more time, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, clap 1. So you do 10 of those. And then the next one is just one more drill for rotation in your hips. So you're gonna start here in a T and just snap them back and over. So again, overextension of your hips in that one. You're never gonna jump that high, but it kind of gets you the feel of rotating your knees back, your toes up, and getting your hips under you so that you can get that full extension. So those are your drum. Those are, Avery's making faces at me right now, so I'm blaming it on her. Those are your jump drills.